Another thing I loved about this movie, and another one of my favorite things, and something that I think this is everyone's favorite character in the movie, at least that I've talked to, Raka.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, he meets his end halfway through the movie, um, going over the waterfall. But I was curious, and it's very similar. I mean, he follows that same hero's journey, Joseph Campbell, mentor that
Yeah.
you lose in Act One, but was there ever a point where that didn't happen? Did he ever at any point make it through the entire movie, or was his death always going to happen?
Yeah, it was first draft was that he met his end, you know. Not
Um,
that we didn't talk about
uh,
it, you know, that
yeah,
we could carry it on, but if you
yeah,
want an extra, another character to track into another world and have to deal with his storyline and wrap up his storyline, it's like, yeah, it gets complicated, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, he definitely serves an important function of introducing him to the ideas of Caesar, and it's the idea that in the movie Noah has, you know, essentially all his father figures die, right? His true father, from Eagle Clan dies, and then he meets, Proximus, or sorry, Raka, and then Proximus, and it's like Proximus and Raka are like these dueling father figures in his life, that are kind of connected by this idea of who Caesar was, but with very different ideas of who he was, and it was just a kind of a fascinating idea to see this character. And that's why I think you see at the Noah at the very end, taking, it's that coming of age thing. He's grown up. He has changed as a person because of these figures that have come into his life and changed him and planted seeds. Both of them, as Proximus and Raka, have planted seeds in his mind that might not sprout for, years. You know what I mean?
Obviously, you can't say anything right now, but could you see a world where Rocket comes back in some way, or at least is acknowledged in some way in future movies?
Sure. But I mean, the truth is, like, you don't want to cheapen things either. And funny, I
Yeah,
talked about this with Matt when we were working on Mouse Guard together. And I was asking him about, Koba is like one of the great villains. You know what I mean? Just a great, great character, this tragic kind of Shakespearean kind of, character. And I asked him about, like, did you ever wish that you didn't kill him so you had him in the third movie? And he's like, yeah, of course, and but the truth is, like, that's what the story needed. It wanted that, it wanted him to be gone. And so, he's like, I sure we wanted the ape to come back and stuff, but you know, it would feel cheap somehow if, like, he survived the fall. And if there's ever a version where he does, come back, it'll be a way where it feels appropriate, or either, you know what I mean? That it doesn't feel like a cheap cop out, because the truth is there are still many characters that we create that we have sort of in mind that, that you're also going to fall in love. For like the haters, for instance, on this movie, they got rid of my boy Caesar, and there's no Maurice and whatever, and here they are. They like
see a
Raka,
lot of those. Yeah.
so it's like it's all about, how we kind of, characterize these guys and give them something interesting. And I find myself at least leave them wanting more. You know what I mean? That versus like overstaying your welcome, and I don't need any more of that guy anymore. We all know those kind of characters. So, hey, at least we hit that, and then we'll see what the future holds. You know what I mean?